What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Y'all see the setup behind me. I just didn't feel like getting in front of the light. And I hope y'all could see me well enough because I'm using natural light. I got my curtain pulled back a little bit for a little outside light. And I also have a cold. And I'm like, why do I have a cold? I got a cold like a few days ago. And I just been coughing nonstop. Like, I guess a head cold is coming on. It's like I haven't had a cold in so long. You know, the first thought that comes to mind when you start this coughing. But no, I don't have that. But I have a cold, and it's been up and down. But anyway, it's just a cold. I'll be all right. In this video, I want to talk about what the narcissists need from you the most. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I noticed how the narcissist really feels your absence. And you can tell just how much of a difference it makes when they actually had the opportunity to be in your life. Once you're gone, you see the difference. And the difference is the narcissist always needed you. Even though they want, to create this fake narrative like if you needed them because of, how they came into your life with the love bombing and the hoovering and just trying everything so soon just to get a hold of you. And they were so desperate to do so, they pretty much offer up anything. The thing about it is, when a narcissist no longer have you, it's like you start to see how desperate they are to pretty much use the same tactics they did to get you. They do that to other people. But it was just something about you that made them feel like, you owe them. Because the narcissists have this sense of entitlement to where they love to throw up things in your face. You will get this from, narc parents, narc siblings. You will get this from a narc ex co-workers, ex-friends, anybody. Shoot, narcissist loves to throw up what they've done for you in the past. And it's like, it just kind of goes to show that, okay, so you weren't doing it just out of the kindness of your heart. So this is why you're doing it, because come mad day, you want to throw it back in my face. So that's the real reason why, you went the extra mile to help me to do such and such. Or that's the reason why, you wanted to be there. Narcissists love to throw up how you owe them and how they were there. They also like to take credit for stuff that they really didn't have nothing to do with. And they think that you're going to sit back and be quiet and just let them have the floor and falsely express themselves. I've done this before with my ex. And a lot of time it was mind-boggling because I just sat back and thought about it like, what did he just say? But I didn't speak on it right away because I didn't really know what's going on. Before we really knew that the person was a narcissist who we were dealing with, we pretty much just blowed it off. We didn't think nothing of it. We thought about it, but not enough to question it as a red flag. I remember the time, when we had met and he moved into my apartment. And it's like the moment when you sign that contract with him, it's like you're gonna start to hear them say things in a way to where you gotta include we and ours. But then, in the same breath, they quickly forget how much unity means to them, how much, teamwork means to them, how much being in a relationship and being a couple, what that really means. They only use that to get you to agree to certain terms. But then sometimes you'll hear them say, my, and I did this. And you'll hear them mention themselves to take credit for things that they really didn't have nothing to do with. or they weren't the only one who made a decision on it. And again, when I let him move into the apartment with me, we were really still just getting to know each other. He was really, to be honest, really a stranger to me. That was just a decision that I made, not really thinking it through. I just wouldn't. And I was a whole nother person back then. But it's like I remember when I had some friends over and we were all just out front. And when he came home from work, he was doing this job. It's called a hole watcher. And it's something that a lot of construction workers do. Y'all could probably look it up. I don't know too much about it. All I know is he came home covered in mud. You know how narcissists have jobs like that. And they just have to be seen. And it was like he had to bring that in the house. Even though you can pretty much clean up. You can clean yourself up before you leave work. You don't have to come home that way. They have to make a scene and let everybody know that they work. A person who's used to working for the right reasons, who's used to keeping a job for the right reasons because it's their livelihood, they're trying to provide and take care of themselves or their family. They don't have to prove anything to others. So it's like the narc just had to put that out there. Second thing he did was mention, come on guys, I just got my yard cut, man. I just got my lawn mowed, and come on guys, y'all gotta stay off my grass. I'm like, you didn't get anything done. See, that's how they quickly forget about how it's a we thing. We did it. This is our house. But that just goes to show the narcissist never really wanted a partnership with you in that sense. The narcissist just wanted to come into your life, pretty much take over everything that you've already created, everything that you have already accomplished, and make it ours. And then they start to slowly turn it into mine, And if you call them out on it, they'll be like, what? Then they'll try to gaslight you. I didn't say that. Man, all you want to do is argue. I can't believe you asked me about something like this. We in this together. Why it always have to be all about you? Like, but you just made it all about you. When you met me, it was like this. I was already established. So where do you come out? Narcissists love to flip the script and make you seem like the crazy one. That's just the game they play. So when you start to notice this with the narcissist communication, don't ignore it. Like, really pay attention to the way people in general communicate. If it always seems like that they need the spotlight, they need to prove something, it's all about me and my, there's no we, that just kind of shows that it's all about them. And it always been that way. It was just a game, a gimmick to them, just a way to put off, to make you think a certain way for a moment's time. And then sooner or later, you'll start to see their true colors. And even people do that who don't have the intentions, because some people, they do that out of just a bad habit, out of a habit of saying my. And when we first met, he loved to point that out to me. But like I told y'all, I have been in survival mode. Seemed like since I came into this world, I inherited being in survival mode. It's always been this insecurity within me because of hard times, because of the struggle. And at the same time, that makes you a strong person. The narcissist is so jealous of you. They're jealous of everything about you. And they want to take on everything about that and make it about themselves, or put that story out there as if it's something that they actually lived through. But they're really telling your story. A lot of times the narcissists, they need recognition because they need people to praise them, to love them, to admire them, to acknowledge them in a way that people will do you if you ran your mouth that much. But because you're not the type of person that benefits them and, gives them that opportunity to use your life as a way to shine, and I went through that with my ex. I went through that with other people who I quickly recognize the red flags. Like, okay, yeah, something is wrong with you. You are copying pretty much everything I just said and you're repeating it back to me. And that's kind of creepy to me. Like, certain things you just can't help but to notice, because they give it right back to you the same way you just put it out there. The way you gave it to them, they're telling it right back to you, or you hear them telling it to somebody. It's just crazy. But not to get too much off into that. But that's the thing about the narc. That's the things that they needed the most out of y'all's relationship. They needed something to just make them feel good and look good, you know, in the public's eye. They always need the recognition. And to me, the best way to deal with it is once you realize that it's what's actually going on, like you're certain, you certain, you know that that's what it is. Your gut instinct is telling you everything. The spirit, put it on your mind to pay attention to this and don't ignore it. The best thing to do is to stay away from that and don't give them any more of yourself. Like, don't share anything else with them. Keep your sacred moments to yourself. Don't confine them with anything. Don't go to them with anything. Keep it to yourself. Be secret. I mean, be private. Be more private. Just keep things to yourself. You're going to eventually find out who's good to share certain things with and who's not. And that even goes for a relationship. I mean, it's all about trial and error in his lifetime anyway. But just to say, I just like to give people chances. You giving the narc just what they want, chance after chance after chance. And then sooner or later, it's going to come a time when they're just not going to care anymore. They're going to just get so sloppy and just put it all out there. And they're going to continue to do the same old thing because they know that you're going to continue to accept it. And they know that they can play you like that because they already know the feedback. They already know that you're going to pretty much say the same thing. Beg for them to understand that I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to get you to see that, I don't understand why you were doing that. Narcissists don't want to be called out on nothing. So they're going to look at it as an argument. And they know that it's not an argument. That's just to take you away from the moment so they can get back in control of things. They always need the power. But you really have the power at the end of the day just to end it all. You don't have to deal with nothing like that. And that's just something that I was thinking about earlier that I wanted to share with y'all. Narcissists, they just need so much of you to become greatness, to feel alive, to feel like they really exist. Because without you, they feel like nothing. They're empty. They're pointless. They have no voice. They have no image. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. I want to thank y'all for watching. Leave your thoughts down below, and I will talk to you in the next video, which will probably be Friday. So I'll see y'all on Friday.